Genau hier, wir haben ja ein bisschen Progress gemacht. Wir konnten uns schon fast überall umgucken, nur im Aufzug noch nicht. Durch einen Trick konnten wir die Leiche untersuchen. Wir haben unserem lieben Krakowski da draußen ja Erdnüsse eingeflößt, die halt dafür gesorgt haben, dass er einschläft. Wir konnten die Leiche besuchen, was haben wir bei der Leiche alles gefunden? Samen, Tüte mit Nipp und eine Visitenkarte. Und wir haben ja die vermisste Schaustellerin gefunden, die Desiree Kitty. Die ist hinten in der Umkleide und behauptet felsenfest, sie hätte nichts mitbekommen von dem, was hier passiert. Ich glaube, der Ollen kein Wort, ehrlich gesagt. Bei Tinkle bin ich jetzt kurz. Tinkle hatte beim letzten Mal noch eine Vision von seiner toten Oma, die gesagt hat, dass wie hieß der Tote? Edgar heißt er, ne? Dass er von irgendwas wusste und deswegen aus dem Weg geräumt werden muss. Er aus dem Weg geräumt werden musste. So, was haben wir denn hier? Ich habe es geschafft, in den Club zu kommen. Zeit für eine Detektivarbeit. Verdammt, Fassball lässt mich die Leiche nicht sehen. Bis der Polizei wird uns abgelenkt. Zeit, die Leiche zu untersuchen. Ich werde keine zweite Gelegenheit bekommen, das zu untersuchen. Ich muss sicher sein, dass ich alle Beweise von Herrn Tinkles Geist der toten Oma hat mir gesagt, dass etwas in den Wänden sein könnte, wo der Wind weht. Was immer das heißt. Ach so, hier, Lüftungsschacht.
A regular air vent, like they put in so people don't asphyxiate and all.
Ah, ja, guck mal einer, schau.
A piece of crumpled up paper! Looks like someone wrote something down, then changed their mind and hid it in here.
A Gentlecat in the desert.
Maybe it'll turn out to be important. I'd better take it just in case. Better head back to the office to talk to Tabby about this.
Ah, okay. Die Farbe ignorieren wir ganz gekonnt. Dass die Farbe hier ist. Ich würde gerne mal rausgehen.
Better head back to the office to talk to Tabby.
Ja.
Still investigating?
I'm done.
Moment.
It was interesting.
Mehr passiert
Say
nichts.
no more. Literally. You're welcome to keep doing whatever you want from here, but our involvement is ended. The MMF police force thanks you.
Fuzzball, I'm not sure it's that simple.
La 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 la, I can't hear you. La 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 la. What's that? La 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 la. Oh, he was conked on the head and died? Wonderful. I love a good clean moita. Case closed. Thanks for your
Ja,
help.
die nehmen das eigentlich überhaupt nicht
Detective,
ernst, weil sie nicht in
something smells off about
Schwierigkeiten
this.
geraten wollen.
That's because you're thinking with your brain and not your sense of self-preservation. I strongly suggest you let it go, Cuddles.
Wenn
The
du so an
city
deinem
and
Seltserhaltungstrieb
you
hängst, hättest du
will be
nicht
better
Polizist
off in
werden
the long
sollen.
run.
What will you do now?
Now that you're done, we're done too. I don't know where Nibbles is, but I can't wait any longer with my little peanut in this state. Soon as he wakes up, we're heading back to the station. We'll be safely out of the Montamu's fur, and they can go back to being horrible cats. Good work, team, and good night, Cuddles.
Tabby!
Tabby, can we have a chat? I'd like your insights about what I found at the Nitty Kitty Club.
Sure thing, sir. So, what
Die ist so
happened?
süß.
The headline is, Edgar Montamu is dead, right in the middle of his father's club.
Oh, whiskers.
Very whiskers. Salted caramel whiskers with extra mobster sauce on top. Tabs. In
Na
fact,
ja.
I spoke to 3 of the staff, and I found a few clues. Okay? So let's go through them.
I'm ready.
Ich finde das ein bisschen schwierig von der Polizei. Also auf der einen Seite sagen sie ja, sie wollen nicht in Schwierigkeiten geraten, was ich irgendwo verstehen kann. Weil es sind halt Gangster und die Mafia spielt hier mit rein, offenbar 2 der größten Mafia-Familien. Und ich kann verstehen, dass wenn man sich da zu tief reinwagt, man ganz schön sein Leben riskiert. Auf der anderen Seite, ihr seid Polizisten, irgendwo ist das halt auch ein Berufsrisiko. Und dann prangere ich es immer noch an, dass die aufgrund von Edgars Abstammung, dass es denen eigentlich egal ist, was mit ihm passiert ist. Und nach dem Motto, ja, er ist der Sohn eines Gangsters. Er hat's verdient zu sterben. Oder besser gesagt, ja, ermordet zu werden. Das war ja so ein bisschen die Hauptaussage, deswegen ich mir denke, ey, nö. Weil die sagen ja auch, er hat ja selber gesagt, Fassbau hat selber gesagt, über Edgar wissen sie gar nichts. Nur über den Vater. Edgar hat sich offenbar noch nichts zu Schulden kommen lassen, was großartig aufgefallen ist. Vielleicht das Ganze mit der Katzenminze, okay. Aber Drogenhandel ist in so einer Großstadt jetzt auch nichts Ungewöhnliches. Und sich dann einfach hinzustellen und zu sagen, ja, also wir wissen nur über den Vater was, über den Sohn wissen wir gar nichts. Aber weil der Vater so scheiße ist, kann der Sohn ja nicht besser sein, deswegen warum sollten wir uns darum kümmern? Das ist eine echt scheiß Mentalität. Unser Opfer Edgar.
Okay, so Edgar was smacked over the head with something heavy. That's indisputable. But I also found some nip on him. The staff said that Bartholomew is really strict about them not using the stuff. So would he have let his own son use it?
Gute Frage.
Special rules for the prince, perhaps? Or his father didn't know that he was using it.
Well, the barcat said that Edgar came to the club a couple times a month, and he always went up to his father's office. Seems like they were pretty close, but that sort of schedule also leaves a lot of time to hide a drug problem. Plus, when you throw in Gumdrop.
Who's Gumdrop?
A close friend of Edgar's died a few months ago from a drug overdose, and it hit Edgar hard.
Ja,
He stopped coming to
verständlich.
the club, stopped talking to everyone that knew him. Why would he start using after that?
Grief can make us do stupid things.
Oder er ist
Or
vielleicht
he
gar
was
nicht an
using
einer
it before
Überdosis
and was already
gestorben.
addicted.
Perhaps.
Vielleicht war das wieder so mit der Polizei. Ja, es weist alles auf eine Drogenüberdosis hin. Mehr beschäftigen wir uns nicht damit. Mehr beschäftigen wir uns nicht damit, so nach dem Motto. Das ist ja, wir wissen ja noch gar nichts insofern. Wir wissen ja bis jetzt nur, dass Edgar tot ist, höchstwahrscheinlich erschlagen. Die Kitty behauptet, sie wüsste von nichts, das glaube ich ja auch nichts. Momo macht gerade ein Konzert draußen, also geht wahrscheinlich jeden Moment die Tür auf. Ja, genau jetzt. Mommy, komm her. Hallo. Ja, mein kleiner Schatz. Ja, ein Braver bist du. Schön einbrechen kannst du. Komm her. Komm her. Na, Rucksack ist interessanter. Rucksack ist interessanter. Naja. Genau, wir wissen halt, dass der Freund an der Überdosis angeblich gestorben ist und dass Edgar dann ganz komisch wurde. Wir wissen, dass er angeblich so eine On-Off-Beziehung mit der Kitty hatte. Ich glaube irgendwie nicht richtig, dass es eine On-Off-Beziehung war. Für mich hat sich das wie eine ganz normale Kundschaft angehört. Weil sie halt irgendwie sagte, es lief halt nur, wenn sie am gleichen Ort waren. Das klingt für mich in keinster Weise nach Beziehung. Das könnt ihr von mir aus Freundschaft plus oder irgend sowas nennen. Aber es ist doch keine Beziehung, wenn sie nur existiert, solange ihr am gleichen Ort seid. So. Und vom Vater wissen wir ja noch gar nichts. Wir wissen nicht, wie er auf den Tod reagiert hat. Ob wir je mit ihm sprechen können, ist auch noch fraglich. Und dann gibt's halt noch Tinkel, dem ja irgendwie alles scheißegal ist. Solange er nicht dafür bezahlt wird, macht er es auch nicht. Was ich irgendwo verstehen kann. Ich glaube, keiner von uns macht gerne Arbeit, für die er nicht bezahlt wird auf der Arbeit. Und dann gibt's noch den Hausmeister, der ja irgendwas erzählt hat von wegen, er hätte Mausilla gesehen, als Edgar getötet wurde. Da müssen wir ja auch noch dranbleiben. Was genau hat der Hausmeister gesehen, als der Edgar getötet wurde? Tüte Nip.
I found this bag of nip on his body. It's got a symbol on it that I don't recognize. It's a cat curled into a circle, nose to tail.
I know what that is. It's the Orocatos.
Oh,
It's a
Ketos.
mystical symbol, popular with cats that believe in things like the planet being a cube. It's
Das
used
ist
as a
auch
shorthand
gut.
for Nip in Meow Meow Furrington.
A particularly identifiable variety of nip, perhaps? From a known location, maybe?
Sorry, sir. No such luck. It's just, well, like a calling card. Tells you you're getting quality.
You seem to know, a lot about nip, Tabby.
I'm clean, okay? I just have friends who, well, I go to clubs a lot. Give it here. Yeah, nothing strange there. Regular stuff.
Well, as regular as illegal drugs on a murder victim can be, I'll need to find out where he might have gotten this.
Vielleicht hat sie früher mal was genommen, vielleicht aber auch nicht. Jetzt ist Tabby ist ja völlig in Ordnung. Ich muss mal kurz die Tür wieder zumachen. Ich glaube, Momo ist in den Kleiderschrank. Aber wir haben doch auch eine Visitenkarte gefunden. Da ist ja dann wahrscheinlich das gleiche Zeichen drauf wie auf der Tüte. Die
The
Samen.
body had these brown and white seeds near it. I'm not sure where he'd have picked these seeds up on his clothing. Do we even have plants in this city?
I saw a flower growing out of a manhole the other week. It was carrying a knife. But you know what? Professor Huggy might have an idea of where they're from. She's overseas right now, but she did leave a spare key with me. You could check some of the reference books in her office.
In her office? Does she still have that thing?
The giant snapping orchid? Oh, yeah. I saw it when I dropped off
Oder
her
ist es einfach nur eine
seedlings.
Venusfliegenfalle?
Yeah, I don't want to go in there. And it's not because of that. I'm taking a break from opening doors. I used a phone rather than a door, like a civilized kitty.
Oh, sir, it really didn't bite you that badly. It was just trying to make a friend. But if you insist.
Okay, Dr. Huggy, was weiß ich, züchtet also komische Pflanzen. Ich habe ja fast gedacht, wir müssen den Samen zu dem Roboter schaffen und dem das nochmal einflößen, damit er uns sagt, was das ist. Weil ich glaube, es funktioniert ja nur mit Sachen, die du essen kannst. Ja,
I
Visitenkarte.
found this business card on Edgar's body as well. I've never seen the logo before. Have you?
Nope, that's new to me too. What is that even meant to be? A crying cat? A cat exploding into droplets? No address, not even a name. Ooh, how mysterious. You should find out what it means.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Probably somewhere all the criminals get together to discuss the best ways to silence nosy private investigators.
Or where to bury the bodies.
A+ for motivation, Tabuski. Well, if you don't recognize the logo either, I'll just have to hope I happen to see it on the side of the road while driving around or something.
Ja. Stück Papier aus der
A
Lüftung.
scrap of paper was hidden nearby.
Hidden by Edgar?
Well, Ghost said so. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was weird, but the fact it was hidden near a body makes me think it's gotta mean something. Look, it's got something written on it. A Gentlecat in the desert. Have you ever heard of that?
That's not a saying or something, is it? Like, no cat can know himself until he's been a gentle cat in the desert.
Deep, yes. But I've never heard
Das klingt für
anything
mich
like
nach einem
that. Also,
Theaterstück
the way
oder
it's
einem
written,
Film.
it reminds me of a book title.
Ja.
Oh, could be. Why don't I head to the university library in the morning and see if they have a book with that title on record?
That'd be great, Tabuski. Thank you so much.
Da haben wir doch was. Tabby, du bist echt eine Hilfe, ne?
There was
Du
a
bist
footprint
super.
near the body, a really big one.
The club was open last night, right? Could it just be a customer's, or an employee, or fuzzball?
It was pressed into the carpet on top of all the other prints, and it wasn't disturbed at all. I don't think it was made while the club was open. But there is one very big cat that works there. It could be that he stomped around when he found the body, left the print, and forgot.
Or...
Yeah, I know. Or when he left the body there. He didn't seem to care too much for Edgar, but that's not the reason I'm treating it as a clue. One of the other staff said that they heard Edgar returning to the club early this morning, along with another very
Ich
big
glaube auch nicht,
cat.
dass es Tinkel war. Dafür
a
ist ihm
very
alles
big
zu egal.
cat is not much of a lead. Was it the giant staff member?
No, Platty, Desiree said it was a stranger Edgar had been speaking to the night before. She'd seen and heard them talking, and then heard them again later that night.
Bloody Desiree.
The club's entertainer? Her stage name is Desiree. I rescued her from a locked chest.
gosh.
Entertainer. Nennt man das so?
There are 5 suspects, as I see it. The 3 regular staff, the Cuddles, and whoever made a huge footprint I found near the body. All the staff had motives. Edgar had dirt on some of them, or treated them in a way they didn't like, or was a target for their ire by being a thoughtless rich playboy type. The Cuddles have all the reason in the world, I assume, and the mysterious footprint owner.
The Cuddles? Who are they?
Das ist immer noch
Another
geil.
crime family, it seems.
Montemuse und
How many does this
Cuddles.
town have? I've never heard of them until tonight, but it seems they're at odds with
Wenn
the
noch
Montagues in
rauskommt,
some
dass
way.
Kitty eine
The chief was
Cuddles
really
ist, dann
concerned that they might
lach
be
ich.
behind this, but Fuzzball didn't think so.
So, the usual. Mobsters jostling for position in this city, willing to do anything to win.
Either way, I need to find out more about them to decide.
The footprint sounds like a dead end for now, unless you meet a giant. So, perhaps you can look into the staff more?
Yeah, they're not exactly the types to have a lot of public information on record, so I'll have to see what I can find out as I investigate. Right, okay. Let me contact Huggy to see if she knows anything about these seeds.
Ooh, tell her to say hi to Matrick for me.
Trick, I thought he was in Lena.
Oh no, he finished up there last month, and then heard about the professor's expedition to Pashan and joined up. He's been out there with her for about a month now.
Oh, that makes sense. Wait, why do you know more about my brother's movements than I do?
I, just like to keep in touch with him.
Ach ja, Tabby. Tabby ist in unseren Bruder verknallt. In unseren Halbbruder. Ja, aber ich habe doch gar keine Telefonnummer. Oder soll ich ins Büro?
Still locked. So, Tabarone,
Huh.
Yep, good plan.
Ja, aber ich habe ja
Thanks,
keine
Tabby.
Nummer.
I should get some organizational techniques from Tab. There's not much I can... I like books. Research. If you enjoyed this, they look beautiful.
Warum gibt es hier eigentlich keine Blumen in der Stadt? Weil die Katzen die alle
wonder.
auffressen? Habe ich irgendwas verpasst?
The nerve center of the operation. Hey, that's not... Now, isn't... Ah, birthday. No, sir. Tabby. It's empty. Last I heard, he's digging through a tomb he uncovered in Lina. Crazy lupine. He always wanted to have a more... Lift the headset?
Hat sie mir die Nummer gesagt? Eigentlich nicht, oder?
To whom it may concern, if you need to contact me,
Okay.
please contact the Dean of the Department of Biology of the Furniture University or phone me at this number. Mouse, shell, bell, bunny, bathtub.
Maus, Muschel, Glocke, Hase, Badewanne. Kann ich mir das merken? Maus, Muschel, Glocke, Hase, Badewanne. Scheint richtig gewesen zu sein.
Hello? Hello? I'm on a satellite phone. You'll need to speak up.
Sie klingt genau, sie klingt genau wie Edna.
Hello, hi, it's Cuddles. Can you hear me?
Yes, just about. Who's speaking?
Cuddles! Cuddles Nutter Butter from across the hall.
Ah, Cinnamon, yes.
Oh,
Cinnamon?
Cuddles, I have some brief questions if you have time.
Of course, Cinnamon, fire away.
Cuddles,
Ja, frag sie doch
I can't
bitte
right now,
einfach.
I'm afraid. I'm on location studying some plants. But thank you for the offer. What was your question?
Ich habe ein paar Samen gefunden, ich glaube, du kannst helfen.
I found some seeds and I'm trying to figure out what they are. And since you're a botanist, I was hoping you would know.
Ah, seeds! How exciting! Big fan of seeds myself. Basically plant babies, you know.
Ja, so gesehen
Don't
schon.
let them inside
Oder eigentlich
your
noch fast
brain,
Embryos.
No. Oh, no, they'll grow in there, and then boom, sapling eye. Can you describe them, Cinnamon?
It's Cuddle. Forget it.
Ja,
Okay,
vergiss doch einfach
they're
beschreiben.
small and brown with little white spots.
Brown with white spots. Well, yes, you've just described half of all the seeds in the world. Come on, Cinnamon, I need more. Give
Echt?
them a sniff.
So viele Samen sind braun mit weißen Punkten.
I guess I can. I get. They smell kind of peppery.
Peppery, and with white spots. Well, those have to be Cabalor seeds. Fascinating. Not something you're likely to find growing in Meow Meow Furrington.
Okay, also es
They're
kommt nicht von hier.
incredibly toxic to cats, you see. I once had a graduate student who studied them for her PhD. Beautiful funeral.
Toxic? You just made me sniff them.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine, probably.
Die Studentin ist
now.
gestorben?
If you lick them, oh, you'd be in agony right now. Well, or at least on the way to a hideously painful death without
Okay,
equal.
deswegen sollte ich sie nicht ablecken, sondern nur dran riechen.
Still, who goes around licking random things they find in the world?
Cuddles schlägt alles auf.
Yeah, who would do that? By the way, I found them along with a bag of nip. I'm not sure they're related, but do you know any way to identify where it might have come from?
Nip? Oh dear, nasty stuff. You don't want to get involved with that. People think it's harmless, but oh my, the chemistry
Drogen sind
says
nie harmlos.
otherwise.
Tut mir leid, das kannst du mir nicht
However,
erzählen.
I used to know a cat who might be able to help. He had connections with the, well, seedier elements of the city. Just see what I did there.
Ein Drogendealer. Ah,
Just a little botany joke for you there, Cinnamon. Lighten up! Anyhow, I used to get all my unusual samples from him for my research, including Nip. He can probably help you identify the strain, maybe the supplier.
Any lead is welcome, Professor. What's his name and where can I find him?
His name's Cosmo. Last I heard, he was working at a general goods shop downtown. He's a little jittery at the best of times, so I suggest not mentioning my name at first.
Okay, do you know the name of the shop?
Now you're making me dig into my memory. I think it was, Wowie's Terrarium. Or, no, Meowie's Sensorium. Meowie's something. Anyway, that's for sure.
irgendwas finden wir doch schon.
Meowie's Emporium. That's Emporium without the E.
Okay.
Meowie's Emporium? Please tell me that's not named after the owner. Meowie. His parents didn't even try. Come on. Who even started the tradition of giving kittens cutesy names, huh? Do you know how much bullying I got in school for Cuddles?
Kann ich mir
Don't
gut
even get me started
vorstellen.
on
Was soll Tinkel sagen? Na gut,
I
Tinkel ist
think
ein
you
riesiger
misheard
Kater.
me
Ich glaube, den
earlier,
mobbt keiner.
Cinnamon. I'm a botanist, not a therapist. The shop is named after him, but I'm not even going to try to explain. You'll see once you get there.
Okay. Deine Lieferung ist
We
angekommen.
received your seedling delivery, Professor. They're in your office. Tabby said she'll water them every day.
Excellent. Thank you, Cinnamon. I look forward to studying the balloon trees in detail when I
Balloon
return.
Trees.
Balloon trees.
Für
Okay.
Katzen. Das ist ja sehr gut.
Yes.
Ballons
when
und
planted, the
Katzen.
growing trunks expand like a balloon. Amazing process. Pushes all competing saplings away, you see?
Oh, and how much do they, expand?
Oh, about the width of our shared foyer.
So, if some seedlings had theoretically, mind you, escaped and, started growing in the walls...
They would destroy an entire floor of the building. It would be a calamity.
Wie sollen die denn
But the trap-
entkommen? Ich dachte, das sind
My
Pflanzen.
unquenchable curiosity. So, where are you right now, Professor?
Oh, I'm excavating a new find in Peshan. We're learning so much about what the ancient Peshans thought of the afterlife. Apparently, they thought it needed sprucing up. Did you know they mummified their plants? So
Junge!
far, we've found nearly 100
Ihre Pflanzen mumifiziert.
mummified pot plants in this single tomb.
Wie die Ägypter ihre Hauskatzen, ihre
Yes, I
Haustiere.
have something similar on my balcony at home. I believe Trick joined you recently as well.
No, not a trick, dear Cinnamon. I'm just very far away. The distance makes me softer.
No, Matt Trick, my half-brother.
Oh, yes, the wolf. He is a dear. Marvelous at figuring out death traps that litter these ancient places.
Tabby, she asked me to pass on her greetings to him.
Matrick, Cinnamon says to send you his bleatings. No, I don't know. He's a cat. It makes no sense. No, I don't know either, dear. I'm sorry.
Yep, okay, yep.
Bringt nichts, sie hört
Okay,
nichts.
Professor, thanks for your time.
Of course, Cinnamon, happy to help. Good luck with the... No! Don't disturb the sacred circle! It will unchain!
Oh, that sounded fine. Yep, she's fine. Now let's see if Tabby can find out where this Emporium place is.
Da hat wohl jemand irgendwelche Bannkreise gestört. Oh, da hast du schon,
The
Tabby.
professor didn't know where the seeds came from, but she did have a lead for me on a nip dealer. If Edgar was involved with nip, that's a start. I need to head to a place called Meowie's Emporium.
What a cute name! I'll find the address for you, sir.
Thanks, Tabs.
Hey, Buster, do you have an appointment? You can't go in there!
Oh Gott, wer kommt? Das ist doch der
Sorry,
Montaigne.
sir, he...
Das ist doch der Papa von
forced his
Edgar,
way in.
100%.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Montague.
Yeah.
I assume. It could only be him. The heavy-set cat in the exquisitely tailored suit did not reply, but his eyes glowered at me like burning coals from under pinched brows. As unease grew within me, I tried to project an aura of calm and confidence. For Tabby's sake, of course. I felt very brave. Well, a bit brave. Brave adjacent. It's okay, Tabby. Can you try to track down the address we talked about, and I'll chat with our visitor?
I'll be right outside, sir. If you need me, just yell as if you're being throttled by a rude stranger.
Mach ich. Als ob
Though
man
older
schreien
than
kann,
me,
wenn man
he seemed
gewürgt wird.
perfectly capable of lifting me above his head and snapping me like a mewling green twig. This was a dangerous cat. Mr. Montague, I am sorry that we have to make our acquaintance under such unfortunate circumstances.
Do not lie to me, Nutter Butter.
I
Oh Gott, die
apologize if
Stimme.
I...
Stop talking. Against my better judgment, I gave you and your friends a chance. They forced their way into my club, and rather than having them all thrown out in some moment of madness, I allow it. My staff get interrogated, and I tell them to cooperate. My property is taken, and I permit it. Why? Because in my naivete, I believed that for once, the police and I might have the same goal in mind. Finding my son's killer.
I think you misunderstand.
No! When I arrive, what do I find? Stolen evidence, harassed staff, and Edgar lying on the ground like a piece of trash. You didn't even photograph the crime
Ich sagte
scene!
ja, die haben das
Mr.
absolut nicht
Montague,
ernst
I assure
genommen.
you're finding Edgar's killer is...
Do not dare say his name! My son is dead, murdered, in the one place he should have been safe! If you truly cared at all about my lost cat, you and your friends would have felt the tiniest piece of feline empathy and actually done your jobs!
Mr. Montague, you let me...
Enough! If I cannot trust this city's finest, then I shall do it myself. My claws are sharp, Nutter Butter. I will shred this entire city into scraps if that's what it takes to find the stray that murdered Edgar.
Bartholomew fell silent at last, chest heaving, whiskers quivering. His face had gone red with fury, and he seemed itching to hit something. Anything. Probably me. My brain was telling me to let him leave without saying another word if I didn't want to get a fist to the face. So, I ignored it and ran straight towards the volcano. No, you won't. I mean, you would. You could, absolutely, but you won't. You could have heard the pin of a grenade dropping to the floor. You didn't need to come here in person to tell me what you plan to do, Mr. Montague. You don't need my permission or anyone's. You must realize why the police did the bare minimum tonight. They're scared of you, of what you could do in retaliation to any perceived slight. I think you're here because you don't want this to turn messy any more than they do, whether it's for business reasons or because it was your son. It doesn't matter to me. We have the same goal, Mr. Montague. I want to find his killer. Truly, truly, I do. Not to make the police happy or to up my solve rate, but because it matters. I didn't know him. And I don't know you, but everyone deserves justice, no matter who they are.
Dankeschön,
or were.
Cuddles.
If you let me, if you give me the time and the space to work, I will get justice for Edgar. You have my word.
I would have said you were new to this city if I didn't know better, Nutter Butter. Justice. You hold the word out before you like a flaming brand, so sure it will keep the darkness at bay. But what about the creatures that live on the streets around you, Nutter Butter? Will they respect your faith in that spluttering light? What about me?
He lifted one paw, and I tensed. But he simply scratched his cheek. and
Das ist
lowered
nicht
it
seine
again.
Wange.
Impassioned speech aside, you are mistaken about one thing. I did need to come here in person. I needed to see you, to see who I was dealing with, to gauge your mettle. That brand I mentioned, hold it very high and very tight. I will allow you to keep carrying it for now. But should it go out, nothing will stop my rage from engulfing this city.
Is that a threat, Mr. Montague? You should know that I don't take those lightly. The big cat did not immediately answer, but sniffed and turned his head to the side until his neck cracked like a rifle shot.
There will be many other cats caught up in this situation, Nutter Butter. The things they've done, the places they've been. It forms a web with my son's murder at the center of it. You will be seeking out the details of this case, walking the gossamer strands of evidence and intuition to find the cats who lie at the ends. I can do the same, if I have to. The difference is, if you force me to step in, you will discover that many of those strands disappear forever. Don't fear for your own safety, Nutter Butter. Fear for theirs. We are not done speaking. I have a funeral to plan, and then we shall find out what you have learned. Be at my office tomorrow evening. Do not fail to appear.
Sir, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm not hurt, but that was... yikes. Wow, I've never had to think that fast in my life. Am I shaking, Tabby? I feel like I'm shaking. Whiskers, I thought I was gonna die at least twice during that conversation.
I heard yelling and then nothing. I was about to phone the police. What happened?
Oh, not much. He just wanted to let me know that if I didn't solve his case, I'll probably wake up one day strapped into his declawing machine.
He said that?
He implied it when he wasn't threatening to kill everyone else linked to the case. He expects me to go talk to him at his office tomorrow. I assume to show me his collection of flensing knives.
Jetzt mal doch nicht den Teufel an die Wand.
Ugh. Well, at least you won't do what that overgrown hairball tells you to. Cuddles, no, you can't.
I have to, Tabs. He's given me, well, not permission, but space to solve this myself. For now, I don't know why, but he doesn't want to step in directly. Not yet. That means there's still a chance for someone to figure this all out without things getting worse.
Does that someone have to be you?
Yeah.
The police have already tried to avoid escalating things by not getting involved. It clearly hasn't had the intended effect. I don't have that luxury of inaction, Tabs. I might be the only one who can keep Bartholomew from taking his anger out on any other cats, and therefore the only one who can get proper justice for Edgar.
Has anyone told you that you have a really direct sense of justice, and that it just might get you killed?
Several times tonight already, actually, yeah.
I don't mean it in a bad way, sir. It's admirable. You're a good cat, better than this city deserves. And you won't have to do this alone, sir. I'm here to help in whatever way I can, starting with the address to Meowie's Emporium.
Thanks, Tabs. I'm feeling a little drained after that interaction, though. I think I'll just sleep on my couch tonight. This is going to be a tricky one, Tabs. I'm going to have to take some chances, I think. Skirt a few lines. Let's be prepared for anything.
I'm gonna head home then, sir. Rest up and get your energy back. I'll head to the university tomorrow and see if I can find anything on that message you found.
Great stuff. Good night, Tabster. Oh, and remember, if you ever feel stumped, don't overlook the old kangaroo. Yeah, the power of taste.
Yeah,
Bis jetzt hat
see
mir
you,
das
sir.
Schlecken noch nicht so
Thanks.
weitergeholfen.
And good night.
Ah ja, okay, das ist wohl die Universität. Na nein, wie süß das Outfit.
Right, let's get some answers.
Ja, da müssen wir doch mal kurz speichern. So. Ausstellung, Bibliothek.
A framed towel in a university? Now I've seen everything. It's a frame filled with student photos. Ugh, I don't think I've ever seen so many terrified faces in one place before. Our heritage, our future. Oh, that's a nice proper theme for this year's student exhibition. Ours was purple or blue things.
Schön. Ein Catskiss.
Hello, little catkus. What's your name? That's the bell to ring to get assistance.
What is it with you
Es ist
people and
Edna.
bells?
Edna, how are you? I didn't realize you'd changed jobs.
I didn't. This is my day job.
2 jobs? Oh, well, aren't you a productive possum? And your little hat
Ich
is
glaube eher, dass sie
adorable.
das nötig hat, um genug zu verdienen. Und das
everyone
ist verdammt
comments on my
traurig.
productivity.
Why do you work here during the day?
I have a real passion for shaping young minds through the power of literacy.
Oh, how wonderful.
That was my joking voice. Can you imagine? No, it's for the money. I collect cactuses, and they don't come cheap.
I
Sie
love
sammelt
those plants. They're
Katzkeen.
so cute with their little ears and adorable arms. You just want to snuggle them up.
Sure, and then they snuggle their cute little thorns into your adorable little face. Cactuses are for spritzing with water, Tabby, not for hugging.
All right, I'll keep my paws clear. How many do you own by now?
9,
A good start.
118.
918!
Aren't you exhausted working both day and night? When do you rest?
I have the constitution of a bull. If I was sleep deprived, you'd know it. I'd be cranky all the time.
Sie ist doch den ganzen Tag
Gosh,
mürrisch.
yeah. Can you imagine? Were you sleeping behind the desk when I came in?
I didn't get any rest last night.
Ah, a busy night at the station. Lots of filing to do. I know how that
Sie
goes.
musste
You know, I
Befragungen
always tell
durchführen wegen
myself
dem
just
Kuchen.
one more binder, and then before I know it, it's midnight.
Tabby, please get some hobbies. And no, that's not why I was up late. I was interrogating a cake werewolf.
I feel like even if you explained that, I still might not understand. I love that you put on a hat to celebrate Saberfest. That's the spirit.
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. All staff have to wear one during Saberfest, don't they?
It's a stupid rule.
Don't you also have to respond to his catchphrase if someone says it to you?
Tabby, don't you dare!
Thanks!
Tabby, don't make me muffle you!
Of!
Tabby, you're better than this!
Of?
Fury.
Woohoo! Thanks of Fury!
They're lucky I need this job.
It's great to see that Saberfest is still going on. Woo-woo! Go, Sadie!
No! No! Unsolicited wooing is not permitted anymore!
Oh, sorry?
Wow, this and wow, that! I've had enough! No more wooing from drunken students
Ist ja
wandering in and
gut.
asking for a
Du
free
hast die
beer,
Schnauze voll
and
von
no
uns.
more wooing for that annoying mascot and his stupid catchphrase!
Oh, Edna, come on. You were young once, right? I assume? Besides, Saberfest is just good fun. I used to dress up as Sadie every year and join in the parade.
Exactly. And now you work for Cuddles. It's a slippery slope, Tabby. One woo too many, and you end up employed by an irritating PI.
Oh, he's not that bad. A bit scatterbrained, maybe unconventional. What did he even do to make you dislike him so much?
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you! On his first day, he knocked my cat cuss off the desk at the police station. And he was only 2 weeks old. I'll never forgive him.
Cuddles hat ihren Katzkuss getötet.
Why do you have a framed towel on the wall?
That's the muffling towel.
The muffling towel. That sounds ominous.
Good. It's supposed to be a deterrent. This is a quiet zone. Noisy students, get the towel.
And those photos next to the towel? Of terrified cats?
Die haben wahrscheinlich Angst vor
The
Edna.
wall of shame. Probably my greatest achievement.
Wall
After
of
my
shame.
cat cuss collection. Between that and the towel, library attendance is down by 75%.
You mean problematic attendance?
That too.
What's the exhibition about?
For some reason, the university keeps trying to get students to express themselves and show their creativity. So, they encourage the little monsters to create things. Based on what I saw in there, the theme this year is don't quit your day job.
It's harder than it looks, you know. A lot of work goes into some of the displays. In my final year, I spent weeks on my submission.
Things have changed since you were here, Tabby. Kids don't work hard these days.
Do they spend all their time napping?
Yes!
Behind a desk?
Someone's angling for a muffling.
Bei uns haben viele einfach irgendwas in der Vorlesung auf dem Handy oder Tablet gespielt. Ich meistens auch. Irgendwie muss man, manchmal muss man einfach irgendwie auch wach bleiben.
Doesn't the Furrington University Board disapprove of muffling students?
No student has complained yet. And I expect it to stay that way.
I imagine the towel pressed over their mouths makes complaining difficult.
Yes, it's a good system, isn't it? And it works on university board members too.
Oh Gott. Okay, bis später, Edna.
Talk soon, Edna. The oldest university on the whole continent. Oh, so proud to be an alumnus.
Okay, Bibliothek.
Such wonderful books. Cuddles has a collection too, but they're pretty much all about investigating. Or food. These are about everything. If I start poking around with these, I'll never get anything else done.
Oh doch.
Some of these are almost 100 years old. Licking them would destroy the covers.
Sie wird sie nicht anschlecken, so wie Cuddles es wollte.
That's a big window. There's a latch at the top. That's the world. I love Firth. That must be where the microfilm reels are kept.
Okay. Mikrofilmleser.
That machine can be used to view microfilm reels.
Okay, ich dachte irgendwie, dass das so ein Computer ist zum Suchen von Büchern. Maus, Leopard.
There are too many films to go through one. There are too many.
Okay, ich brauche jetzt noch Hinweise, wo genau ich suchen sollte.
Short kitty. Spin, little globe. Oh, it's stuck. Plastic. Taxi.
Ich kann sie aber auch nicht fragen. Okay, gehen wir mal in die
So
Ausstellung.
many exhibits. Let's see what they all are. An original Jimmy Jimson? How exciting! And from his cloud cat face, too. I've never seen one so well preserved. It's a painting of Havelock Gersmoochen, the inventor of the telephone book. Such an annoying cat. It's his fault we use symbols instead of numbers like other countries. He thought they looked...
Deswegen die Symbole auf dem Telefon. Der ist dafür verantwortlich.
The saber-tooths came over on little boats just like this one.
Die Säbelzähne also.
Oh, this is clearly a reification of the idea of enlightenment being revealed to cats by our embrace of the scientific method. How lovely. Oh, wait. The plaque says, "My one-armed Aunt Jemima plugging in a light bulb."
Ah ja.
That's a real light bulb.
Kann ich die mitnehmen?
If Cuddles were here, he'd probably have half this exhibition in his pockets already. But I'm not gonna pick up random things unless I have
Das
to.
ist nicht der Sinn eines Point-and-Click-Adventures, Tabby. Dass du nichts anfasst.
Our ancestors had really scary teeth. That's a real spear. Wow. They're longer than I would have thought.
Ja, wie lang sollen sie denn? Kann man den vielleicht mitnehmen?
I'm just gonna borrow this, Miss.
Ja, ich kann ihn mitnehmen. Damit kann ich das Fenster aufmachen, was auch immer mir das dann bringt. Und einfach in die Hosentasche. Bewaffnet dich aus irgendeinem Grund. Was haben wir denn hier drin? Die Mädels, sie hat einen Schlagring dabei. Tabby? Müssen wir uns über irgendwas unterhalten? Ist dir schon mal was passiert? Oder einer Freundin von dir? Oder ist das wirklich nur reine Sicherheitsmaßnahme?
I can reach the window with this.
Hier den Riegel hoch.
Oh, fun festive sounds are coming in from outside now. That's as open as it. Some nice fresh.
Wie geht's dir jetzt, Edna, wenn hier so eine Geräusche kommen?
Talk soon.
Sie sagt nichts, okay.
Edna doesn't like people. It's got thorns. I'm quite excited. The exhibition is through the entrance. I don't want to carry around. That doesn't look like a pub.
Die kann ich auch nicht mitnehmen.
A motion sensor for the proximity activated doors.
Warum kann ich mir den angucken?
Listen to all that festivity outside.
Ja, aber ich kann ja nicht rausgehen, oder? Nö.
That's worth.
Die Universität von fängt. Fühlt sich gut an, zurück zu sein. Jetzt muss ich herausfinden, was A Gentlecat sagt. Ist Edna hinter den Tresen geschlafen. Süßer Hut. Sommerfest kommt. Sieht aus, als die jährliche Studentenausstellung noch läuft. Oh, die Ausstellungshalle hat einiges zu bieten. Ist ein Handtuch an der Wand einer Universitätsbibliothek. Was in aller Welt? Edna benutzt das Handtuch an der Wand, um laute Studenten einzuwinken. Sie nimmt das extrem ernst. Ist ein Schrank voller Mikrofone, aber welchen davon brauche ich? Das ist eine Mikrofilmmasche in der Bibliothek. Maschine in der Bibliothek. Jetzt bringt etwas in den Raum des Festes jetzt draußen herein.
The way it's placed, it has. Listen to all that festivity out. There are two drawers full of drawers. Some nice. It can stay out. Too far. Old and clunky. Oh, right. I could stick something. Oh, there are some fest.
Ja, das höre ich, aber was sollen wir das sagen?
I prefer.
Ich kann mir die Bücher nicht mehr angucken. Warum kann ich mir die Bücher nicht mehr angucken?
Emotions. The spear won't activate.
Soll ich Edna vielleicht das Ding
Apart from the
zeigen?
pain. I need to. I'm here to investigate a phrase.
Oh, well, you'll want the phrase investigation department then. It's out the front door, take a left and keep going until I can't see
Kannst du
you
nicht ein
anymore.
bisschen helfen, wenigstens,
No,
Edna?
I think it might be a book. A Gentlecat in the Desert.
They made a book of that? Remind me never to read it.
What do you mean? It's not a book?
A film from... Well, you weren't
Okay,
born
erst
yet.
Film und dann
Long
Buch
ago.
wäre ja
I
lustig, aber
remember
normalerweise ist ja
hating it.
andersrum.
Something
Oder
like
es gibt
the
halt kein Buch.
cat goes into the desert
Ich habe noch nie
to
mehr
find
gemerkt,
his
dass ein
missing
Film ein
wife,
Buch wurde.
spends 2 hours whining, and ends up becoming the leader of a society of underground couch people. Unbearable.
A film. Yes, that fits. Is there a way to check?
Well, just watch it. I'm sure you'll agree with me.
I mean to check if it is a film. Is there a record somewhere?
Do you want a list of all films ever made? Conveniently at par.
Well, if you put it like that.
We do have that, actually. I printed them all out recently to see how much ink the printer can hold. Here you go.
Schön, dass sie das dabei hat. Irgendwie muss man ja rausfinden, wie lange die Tinte hält, ne? Okay, dann zeig ich mal her. So, wo ist der Film? Gentlecat in the Desert.
So it is a film. Oh, I wonder why Edgar wrote it down. A clue? Or was he just organizing a movie night?
Das glaube ich
There's
nicht.
the date it premiered. 2nd month of the Year of the Monkey. Ugh, Year of the Monkey? Why is everyone in this city obsessed with using animal symbols instead of numbers? Probably Havelock's fault again. I should check newspapers for that date. They'll be on the microfilm.
Ja. Und wir brauchen den Affen. Das ist doch was. Fortschritt. Ich komme irgendwie mal nicht drauf, dass ich Ihnen das auch einfach zeigen kann.
Here we go. This is where the newspapers for that month will be. This is the newspaper film for that month.
Er raubt mir den Glauben an unser Kalendersystem.
Oh, there are some festive sounds coming in from outside. That's it! I can play this on that old machine. That's...
Ja, dann geht doch dran.
I don't think anyone's used this machine in years. The light bulb needs to be replaced.
Okay, Glühbirne.
Oh,
Wir
there are
wissen.
some festive sounds coming in from outside.
Glühbirne haben wir hier nebenan.
If Cuddles
Ja, aber ich brauche eine Glühbirne.
doesn't look...
Oder soll ich nochmal mit Edna reden? Nee.
Taxi... Edna's the one who gave it... I need to be careful with that. Those do not go... Those do... That's a real light... If Cuddles...
Ja, aber ich brauche doch eine Glühbirne.
That's hardly readable. Whiskers. Whiskers. The light... Ow! Well, paint my pads and call me Gemma, that's hot. I'll need assistance to remove that. Those do...
Ich dachte, es kann. Es klappt vielleicht. Hat sie sich schön verbrannt. Tut mir leid, Tabby. Das wollte ich nicht.
Edna! The
Warum
bulb
ist
in
die
the
so heiß, wenn
microfilm
die
reader
offenbar
is
kaum jemand
very
benutzt?
old and faint. Do you have a spare?
We don't keep spares. Try squinting.
Edna, could I borrow that towel?
Does someone need muffling?
No. I just want to pick something up with it.
Oh, too bad. I loaned the grasping towel out to the zoology department yesterday. This towel is only for noisy students.
I need the muffling towel. There are noisy students in the library.
Deswegen
I
das
don't hear
Fenster.
anything.
Ach so, ich habe eine Idee. Soll ich das damit vielleicht blockieren?
It's too wide to block the tracks for the sliding. Could I do anything with the... No. If they can stop a jaw, they can stop a door. As Mom used to say. Huh, they'll definitely keep the doors open.
Okay, perfekt.
This should keep those pesky doors open. I'll pick up the girls before I leave.
So, jetzt aber, Edna. Jetzt hörst du sie doch, oder?
Oh, you hear that ruckus? Someone's wooing in the microfilm room.
What? How dare they make so much
Auch
noise?
noch in der
They
Bibliothek.
need to be taught a lesson, you're right. But, oh, you had a really late night, and you've got all that spritzing to do. Why don't you give me the towel, and I'll take care of it? It's mufflin time!
I like your passion, Tabby. You are worthy to bear the towel.
Sehr gut. Dankeschön. Es ist Schweigezeit.
Could I do anything?
Okay.
Oh, there are some festive sounds.
Ja, ich hab's gehört. Zap, zap.
Oh, now I can grab it. Nobody's gonna have use for a burnt out light bulb. I'll just get rid of it. Listen to all that festivity out.
So, jetzt aber.
Doesn't look. Well, here goes nothing.
Jetzt nimm sie aber mit. Ja.
Whoops.
Oh.
Gosh, I really thought that would have been attached more firmly. I just can't imagine This is a student project, so... Oh, gosh.
Ich dachte, wir tauschen die dann aus, damit es nicht auffällt. Aber ja, einfach die Statue kaputt machen ist natürlich auch eine Variante. Liebe Tabby.
This should brighten things up. A Gentlecat in
Sehr
the Desert
gut.
premieres amidst funding furor. A Gentlecat in the Desert. The hotly anticipated film from veteran director #Jack Spiker premiered with much fanfare at the Gibbon Theatre last night, with big celebrities including Potter Lee, the famed auteur, in attendance.
Das ist auf jeden Fall der Montemute.
Potter last night. Amid a flurry of controversy around the financing of the movie, Bartholomew Montague, local actor and star of the film, walked down the red carpet with a mysterious but very pregnant cat on his arm. Bartholomew laughed away the accusations that the movie was sponsored by mob money, stating
war
it
der
was nothing more
Star
than
in dem
jealous
Film?
rumors. He was
Guter
less
Gott.
blasé when asked about the lackluster critical reception of the movie. Critics have lambasted the movie for substandard acting, direction, and writing, and say that MMF film industry cannot expect to grow with productions of this quality. A Gentlecat in the Desert is likely to be one of the biggest flops of the year. Ooh. So Bartholomew was a movie star. Interesting. I wonder who the lady that accompanied him was.
Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, dass es
better
nicht
get a
Edgars
print out of
Mutter
this.
war.
This should be enough for Cuddles. Better grab the girls and get back to the office. Shame. I wonder if he's still sleeping.
Gib doch Edna das Handtuch zurück.
Did I sleep through the entire day?
Du
I
musst zu
had a dream
Bartholomew.
last night, Ramon. I was in a forest, running away from the mushrooms. Toadstools with stubby little toadstool legs chasing me through the trees. They had tiny, sharpened sticks in their hands, and they were yelling at me with their cute mushroom mouths. It was adorable, but I was terrified. What could it mean?
Good evening, sir.
Tabby, what are you still doing here at this time of night?
You were passed out, sir. I wanted to be sure you were all right after your encounter.
Oh, thanks, Tabster. I appreciate it. I'm fine, though, really.
Were you on the phone to someone? I heard you talking.
Oh, no, I was just telling Ramon about my weird dream. I was running away from armed toadstools in a forest, and I think my feet were made of rubber. Do you think it means something?
Oh,
Das mit
did you
giftigen
eat any
Pflanzen zu tun haben
camembert
wirst.
before you went to sleep? You know how cheese affects you.
I don't think so.
Then it's probably just your subconscious panicking, you know. Oh no, what if the scary mobster cuts me into a million little pieces, Ramon?
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel a lot better.
The way forward is to focus on the facts, sir. And I've got a juicy one from my trip to the university. I found out something about Bartholomew.
That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork. Great stuff, Tabs. Let's hear it.
Well, we were on the right track, sir, but missed the mark a bit. A Gentlecat in the Desert isn't a book. It's a film. And not only that, Bartholomew was one of the stars. It was meant to be a tentpole production to catapult the Meow Meow Furrington film industry to worldwide acclaim.
Wait, since when do we have a local film industry?
Yeah, we don't. Not anymore. Gentlecat was a massive failure, and when other films also failed to do as well as hoped, the entire thing collapsed. Apparently there's a few paw prints in the cement somewhere in the city, and that's all that remains of it.
Huh. And Bartholomew was in the movie, you say? That must have been before his mob days.
Not necessarily, sir. The papers back then were choked with speculation over where the money for the film came from, and most of them pointed at the mob. It might have been how Bartholomew first got involved with them.
Interesting. Yeah, that would add up. Maybe he promised them a nice cut of the profits, and it all went bad, and he had to pay off his debt somehow. Do you have a copy of the article?
Just this photo, sir.
Oh, wow, the premiere. Gosh, he looks so young. He looks a lot like Edgar.
Never mind that, sir. Take a look at who he's with.
A co-star, maybe? Can't see the face.
It's not her face that caught my eye.
What do you mean? But that means, Tabby, how long ago was this?
Pretty much 3 decades, sir.
Well now, isn't that
Also dann war das
interesting?
wahrscheinlich wirklich nicht Edgars
Might
Mutter.
explain why Edgar was looking into his father's past. Perhaps he was trying to find out her name too?
That sounds plausible. I think it's time I pay a visit to Mr. Montague and see what he has to say about it.
Are you feeling better after your chat last night?
Ich weiß nicht, ob man ihn da so direkt drauf ansprechen sollte.
Really, if you think
Er
about
scheint ja
it,
nicht zu wollen, dass es
just a
jemand
big
weiß.
cat with a lot of money. I bet he doesn't even own a declawing machine. I like this city, Tabby. It's where I keep all my stuff. I'm not gonna let those mushrooms scare me out of it.
Those mobsters?
Mobsters. Yep. Totally what I meant. Totally. Thanks for the help, Tabby. Time to wade deeper into this mess. Well, I can't put it off any longer. I'm heading to Bartholomew.
Good luck, sir. And be careful. I'll wait here until you get back.
Alles
Thank you,
klar.
Tabby. If you don't see me again by tomorrow, tell the police to look for me in Bartholomew's basement, I guess.
Werden sie aber nicht machen. Die Polizei hält sich als ein raus. Muse Emporium.
Meowing's Emporium. This is the shop, according to Huggy. That Cosmo person should be here.
Aber ich dachte, ich soll zu Bartholomew.
Meowie's Emporium. Some sort of eclectic goods store. Whoa, there's so...
Ach so, nee. Der hat doch sein... Der hat doch sein Büro im Nitty Kitty Club.
Seems word is spread about Edgar. Looks like he knew quite a lot of people.
Oder suche eine Katze, die du gesucht hast.
The funeral for Edgar Montemue will be held. Sorry, Edgar. I can't attend. I don't think mob families like law enforcement showing up at their personal events. No matter who you were, it seems someone cared for you. Thank you, anonymous strangers. Let the vigil stand undisturbed.
Okay. Hi, Tinkle.
I'm here to see Bartholomew.
Tinkle knows. Boss Cat told him to expect Kitty. Is Kitty in trouble?
Sei nie so
I'm
böse,
not
Tinkle.
in trouble. I'm doing my civic duty as the investigator of a criminal case to...
Tinkle thinks Kitty should be careful with word criminal.
I didn't mean... I'm gonna go inside now.
Kitty is not as dumb as he look then.
Thank you, Teen Vun Kiljunta.
Okay, das ist sein ganzer Name.
Bartholomew stared at me silently after Tinkle left. Clearly, I wasn't the only cat who had slept restlessly. He wore the same clothes I'd seen him in the night before. He had bags under his eyes. The bite of whiskey filled the air.
Ja, schlafen, wenn gerade dein Kind
Did you
gestorben ist, ist
think
wahrscheinlich
his
nicht so
parents
drin.
named him Tinkle? It's only this foolish city that still cleaves to the stupid tradition of giving children sappy names. He merely got tired of nobody in the city pronouncing it properly, so he shortened it.
I see, so I guess you could say he crushed it. Hey. The flat stare I got told me that my attempt at comedy was not appreciated. Thankfully, he changed the topic, sparing me from more awkwardness.
Do you believe that a son should pay for the sins of his father, Nutter Butter?
I don't believe that anyone should pay for someone else's mistakes, especially if the price is death, but the world is an unfair place.
Ah, and it is your job to make it fair?
No. My job is to try.
How noble. Your clients must find you a delight with your self-deprecating humility, righteous words, and penchant for irreverent comedy. But what of family, Nutter Butter? Can justice be served when your sin is your bloodline?
It can always be served. Sins aren't found in blood. They're found in actions. They can be traced to those who performed them and used as evidence to hold them to account. The big cat's keen gaze unnerved me. I had been ready to be yelled at again, threatened, even ignored. But not whatever this was. Interrogated, conversed with.
So, do you believe that my son was killed because of me? Because of the actions I took?
I don't have enough information to say yet. Have you done anything recently that would have given someone a revenge motive? Any overdue parking tickets? Just for
Natürlich, wegen
example. He did
Knöllchen.
not like that. Not at all. His eyes narrowed, and one side of his mouth rose in a snarl to reveal bone-white canines embedded in blood-pink gums.
Does this strike you as a time for levity,
Kunst.
Nutter Butter? You wield your graceless wit like a dulled blade, probing for what? Information? Weakness? Guilt? Spare me the deflections and tell me, have you considered what I told you last night?
He used his words like bludgeons. The bigger, the better. That was fine. I could talk a lot too, and I'd read all the books on my bookshelf. I knew words. I have considered it, Mr. Montemue, at length, but you're not the first cat to threaten me, and I have no doubt the last either. So if you think I'm going to roll over the moment someone bigger than me bares his fangs, I need you to understand All cats are bigger than me. I won't be your lap cat, Mr. Montague. I don't report to you, and I don't work for you. I won't slink to your side the moment you snap your fingers. You don't like my jokes. That's fair. Black humor is far from rare in my line of work, but I can understand it turning your nose at a time like this. But I'm not going to stop being who I am for you. I'm a PI and not a police cat because I value my independence no matter which side of the law I'm dealing with. I told you last night that I would find your son's killer, and I stand by that. I swear it, even on Edgar. I was ready to die right then, for Tinkle to burst in and turn me into wet red kibble with his gargantuan paws, but it had to be said. I couldn't have done the case under pretense. He needed to know who he was dealing with. And at last, it seemed he did.
You surprise me, Nutter Butter, but do not use his name like that ever again. Very well.
Ausatmen.
Do you have any information for me?
I had to wet my tongue before I could continue. Out of the frying pan, into the mobster fire. There are a few pieces of evidence I'd like to discuss with you, yes, but last night's interaction was heated, and I would like to avoid a repeat. We will be discussing unpleasant topics. Do I have your assurance that you will remain as collected as you are now?
Collected? Yes, I will be as collected as I am now. I will nod and smile and pretend that I do not feel crippled by the loss whenever I think of my son, or filled with unquenchable rage to punish his killer. Your mother should have taught you not to judge a cat by the shine of his coat, Nutter Butter. My pain is vast. It would swallow you, and you would drown in it, alone and forgotten, mewling forever. I am not collected. I am enraged.
I stared into eyes that burned like holes into a place beyond the world. A terrible place. And then he blinked, and they were simply eyes again.
But my suffering will not aid you in finding the murderer. So you have tonight, and tonight only, to ask me whatever questions you wish.
Ist
I will
fair.
answer them, all of them, as truthfully and calmly as you can hope for, and reserve my anguish for when I am alone, when it shall not bother you.
I didn't mean...
Orphan, widow, widower. Words made of pain, for pain, yet they at least grant an identity. But for a parent that loses a child, nothing. The very idea is so terrible that we leave it nameless. So I am denied even that simple expression, and my grief must remain anonymous, and all the worse for it. Consider that, and hope that you never, ever feel anything a fraction as terrible.
I wanted to say something, anything, that would show I understood, but did I? I'd come here to stand up to a bully, but I'd only succeeded in becoming the antagonist. I'd expected to have to face down a monster, but all I'd found was a cat in pain. Mr. Montague, do you have someone you can talk to, about what's happened? He didn't say a word, but I saw a look in his eye that answered my question. I am so sorry for your loss.
Your sorrow is meaningless to me. Tell me what you have found.
Okay, ich mache mal ganz kurz eine Pause.